next on the talking list is Starmer's. There's so many names; it's so hard to keep on top of. Starmer's decision to not send warships in. Now, I very much dislike Starmer, but I think this is a very good idea. This is a very good stance that he's taking. I was quite happy with him when he decided not to let America use the British bases to bomb Iran, but he very quickly did a U-turn on that after Iran bombed a UK base. I very much believe that it was not Iran that bombed the UK base, and it was in fact Israel or America. Car alarm going off. Some extension of America essentially, and they were using that to create this permission for America for the UK to need to intervene. And we did see that. We did see Starmer allow them to use the bases, but I don't think he was happy about that. I think that was not something that he wanted to do, and I think we're seeing that here in that he's saying that's the end of that. We're not doing any more. We're not participating in this anymore. And I think it's one of very few good decisions this stupid man has made, and I really hope that he sticks with it, despite how many false flags happen. I do want to talk about some of the false flags coming from Israel and America, but we don't have to do that right now. But I really do believe that bombing of the UK base was a false flag, and they're being much less discreet about it now. The people who set up these kind of things are a lot less competent now, since the podcaster took over the FBI. Anyway, yes, I really think this is wonderful. The whole Iran thing has been really upsetting to keep up with. Unfortunately, America and the American military-industrial complex is unlimitedly violent, right? It constantly needs feeding, and it will not stop. We've seen Venezuela recently, Iran now. They're raising tensions with Cuba. This Trump postured as the anti-war prime minister, right? President, sorry, the anti-war president, and he immediately is doing this kind of disgusting feeding of the war machine. But again, that's the only way these people make money. America's biggest export is weapons and the military, and again, their military-industrial complex, and of course they're going to try and push as much violence and war and conflict as possible because they make such massive profits from it. You don't see them making money from anything else. There was a massive panic that Trump had where no one buys anything other than military stuff from them. They tried to force their chlorinated chickens and bleached cows or whatever on us. We don't want to buy any of your shit from America because it's terrible. And so they resort to pushing wars on everyone and then selling them the weapons to fight those wars. Just pathetic. Really frustrating. And it's at the expense of unimaginable levels of humans' lives. But these people don't care because it's brown children that get bombed instead of themselves, I guess. Very frustrating. Yeah, let's keep talking about Israel for a bit first. Oh, stop it. There we go. Now, I don't like Jackson Hinkle, but this is a very interesting clip. We've seen a few... Essentially, the conspiracy theory is that Netanyahu is dead, right? I don't know how likely that is, but there was an increase in the kind of Iranian bombing, and it was suspected that Netanyahu's house where he was staying was caught in one of the bombing campaigns, right? And since then, he's been very quiet. I mean, there's a lot to talk about here regarding this. Essentially, people don't believe that the videos he's putting out to prove that he's real are real. The first one was very clearly AI because it messed up the amount of fingers that he has, and it took a little while, but this was the second one. It was a video of him getting coffee, and it did take a day or two, but it was found out that like it's clearly AI, and I don't know if they just don't care enough to get him to do an actual debunking of this happening. But it's so bizarre that they continuously use AI. And this is the third one. Oh, I just full screened this, sorry about that. This is the third video that came out. His ring does disappear. It is seemingly AI again. And what I wanted to talk about was how absolutely terrifying this is. That is absolutely terrifying. We are unsure whether that's AI or not. Just such scary implications of this becoming more normalised, right? I mean, Trump could be dead for a week and no one would know because they'd keep pushing videos of him being puppeted by AI. Just absolutely terrifying, I feel like. We don't know who's actually making decisions. And it will get increasingly more and more terrifying, I think, as AI improves. Like this, we only know this is AI because it makes minor issues. This is insanely realistic. Like the fact that we have to hyperfixate on his fingers is really, really scary, I think. It's hard to have better commentary than that, other than that. Oh look, this was the original video. Oh, stop full screen in it. People first started talking about the coffee. Okay, that's not the original video. Okay. Anyway, yeah. It's very terrifying to see that we don't even know if these people are real or not. It's very likely to predict that within the next 5 years, these kind of videos could be released without any way of knowing if it's AI or not. Yeah, and I think there are really scary implications behind that. Look, here you go. On the phone picture, it doesn't line up with what you see in the background. I know I'm just explaining what the red circles mean that the picture's wrong, but that's terrifying. Why are they using AI? Oh my god. He could be dead. He could have been dead for a year, and they'd just be puppeting him. And then the question is, who is actually making these decisions? And I don't feel like it would happen in the UK right this second, but in America, it's absolutely believable that Trump could die and someone could keep making decisions for him. You know, he's like an 85-year-old man. What's to say he's the one making the decisions right now? This whole spiraling of AI is really, really scary, I think.